Hello everyone, it's Julia, and today I will finally be answering the questions that you have sent me. So this is the first Q&A on this channel. I have my iPad in front of me with the question, that's why I will be sometimes looking not straight in the camera but somewhere down. Well, that's because I'm reading the questions. And the first one is, what are your plans for the forthcoming summer holidays? An interesting one. I think first of all I will be having a rest after this grueling year, and then I will have to read up something on my future major, as well as some other topics that I'm really eager to take a deeper dive into, such as history and also some art, I think, because I'm sick and tired of looking at famous paintings and struggling to recall the name of the painter. What are the books which you are looking forward to reading? Well, first of all, it's rereading the Harry Potter series. I reread Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone last winter, but I didn't have time or actually any wish to reread the others, but I want to do it in summer just to have some rest and feel like a child again. Then it's the thing that I'm currently reading, which is Persuasion. I started it actually almost a month ago, but I was really busy preparing for the Olympiad, and I didn't have much time to pick it up often, which is why it is still in progress and I haven't even got into it properly. Any others? Well, I have the book Gems on my bookshelf that I ordered back in December and which I will be reading in summer too. I think that makes up the list. I don't think that I really have anything else to add now. If you could send a message to yourself 5 years ago, what would you say? I think I would just pat and caress my 12-year-old self, because in the end, despite all the mistakes that I made, despite all the decisions that may have been quite poor, I am in the place that I pretty much enjoy, and by the place I mean my current state of life. Things are working out pretty well. I think that I would advise my 12-year-old self to listen more to herself and not to other people, and not to fall into the trap of trying to fit in. It was already clear that I wasn't fitting in 5 years ago, and it could have spared me so many emotions and mistakes if I just accepted that fact back then, if I had accepted that fact back then. And then there is someone, I think I even know who, asking me to vlog probably a rest day in my life, and there I can only promise that it will be done at some point, likely in summer. Why do you like English so much? How did your love begin? I love it, I think mostly because of all the great books that are written in this language. Of course, there are lots of great books, my favorite books in Russian too, but English is the language of Jane Austen and Oscar Wilde, and for that reason it's impossible not to love it. And the second reason is that some things are easier to express in English because some concepts originate in America or in Britain, especially the the concepts that describe our present-day world and things that exist in it that have become the borrowings in my mother tongue. Well, just one example is glass ceiling, for example, which definitely exists and is an important thing to talk about. Word is obviously of English origin. And then some things are just easier to express because they don't have so many connotations. For example, saying I like you in English doesn't imply anything special. It's just the statement that you like the person. It can be a friend or anyone, but the translated version, well, the version of this sentence in Russian has very specific connotations, and that makes it more difficult, for example, to express the fact that you have kind feelings towards your friends, because you like them, you love them, but it's not like you love or like your partner. How did you understand you were in love? I can't say that I did understand it. No more comments. If you started to write a book, would it be in Russian or in English? Definitely in Russian, because it is my mother tongue, and despite the fact that my English is quite advanced, my Russian vocabulary range is still bigger, and I am better able to express all the subtleties of thought in Russian. And apart from it, well, I'm a Russian person, why write a book in English? Let Englishmen write books in English. Do you want to have a horse? Very original. Not that I really wanted to own it, like have in this minute, but it was a childhood dream of mine to learn to ride a horse. So I'd prefer to have horse riding classes to own an actual horse. How often do you think about the fact that you want to go to bed? Honestly, every day. I'm not actually sleep deprived. I try to sleep like at least 7 hours every day, though sometimes it becomes 6. However, I still want to sleep more because of the huge workload. Well, my study load, is not quite compatible with 7 hours of sleep. I think it calls for 9 hours of sleep, but unfortunately there are only 24 hours in a day, and I have to grin and bear it. So yes, I think about it very, very often. Why are you so pretty? It's the jeans, I'm sorry. Not my fault. How did you manage to win so many Olympiads? I don't know. I studied, I prepared for the Olympiads, then I just took part in the finals and ended up getting the diplomas. I don't think that I did anything really special for it. Why do you want to enter HSE? Oh, I like some policies of the university, and it's undoubtedly one of the best universities in the country, and their facilities are really great. I think it's actually one of the major reasons, because I really like sitting in the newly renovated halls rather than something really old and run down. It's just more pleasant to study there, and it boosts your motivation just because you enjoy the process and don't have to overcome the difficulties of not having hot water in the ladies' room, or the desks being so old and rough that you snag your tights on them, and so on and so forth. Why didn't you quit your current school? I like to follow things through to the end. That's the main reason. How did you prepare for the finals of the All Russian Olympiad? How many hours did you allocate? I tried to do everything. Obviously, my plans failed because they were insane. How many hours? It depends. For the last couple of weeks, it's been like 5, 6, 7 and more hours. I think up to 10. And prior to that, it of course was much less. But I think there hardly was a day in my life when I did not spend an hour doing something connected to learning English, like that. I'm going to move to another city to study in uni. Yes, I am. Is the young gentleman in the photos your boyfriend? I'm reading it really slowly because I have to translate it from Russian into English in my mind. Yes. What do you think about the park near the Gimnastrovsky Palace. It's lovely. I really enjoy walking there. I'd like to have a nice walk there once again, even though I don't think I am getting there once again in my life. FCRS winner or an HSE student, preferably both, brandy or wine. Who on earth asks such questions? I don't want to answer it. Well, better be as sober as a judge. Is the glass half empty or half full? Technically, it is always full it's always full because half of it is filled with water and the other half is filled with air. So, well, technically it is neither half full or half empty. It is always full. The screen adaptation of which book did you like better than the book itself? Nothing really springs to my mind. Maybe there wasn't such a book, could be like that, because I have several examples of books that I liked better than their screen adaptations. Well, it's obvious I'm a bookworm, but as for the adaptation being better than the book, I really have no idea. Your favorite Marvel character? I don't have one. Don't watch Marvel movies. What's your favorite peculiar fact from the British history? Talking about really peculiar facts, I absolutely love the fact that the king nicknamed Unready, well, Ethelred II the Unready, nicknamed in that way for him, always like different, asking for advice and not being sure how to rule properly, actually ruled for more than 30 years. So, well, dude, if you rule for more than 30 years successfully, you are ready. How do you imagine studying in the uni? I don't like to imagine it because I don't want to have expectations that will be for sure different from the reality, because I have no idea how it's all when you're a university student. But one thing is for sure, and this is what I'm really looking forward to, it is that I will have much more freedom. Just, well, solely for the reason that when you're a school student, you can't even leave the building without the permission, or the written permission of your parents, that you have to bring to the school authorities, and they give you another piece of paper with the permission that you show to the person at the door, and only then can you quit it. But when you are an adult, you are free to come and go as you like, and that's what really floats my boat. And that's basically it. I hope that you have enjoyed this small Q&A. I have nothing to add really. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and if you want to see me again talking about life or books, please subscribe to my channel Julia Caesar. And bye!